Stay tuned for a very important message at the end of this video.
It may seem like a fable or perhaps an ancient myth, but I assure you this is far from fiction. The times we are living in now are not just turbulent, they are prophetic. You may have heard the warnings in ancient texts, in scriptures handed down for millennia. But did you ever stop to consider that what they foretold was not some distant future, but our reality? I am here to tell you the truth, a truth that few are prepared to accept. But whether you believe it or not, it is coming. We all know that Satan's greatest ambition is to imitate and deceive. From the very beginning, this has been his method, an eternal mimicry. As there is God the Father, so Satan aspires to be the father of this world, a counterfeit ruler. Just as Jesus is the Son of God, Satan will produce his own son, the Antichrist, who will rise under the guise of peace and unity, promising salvation, yet leading many into damnation. And where there is the Holy Spirit, a guide and a protector, so too will Satan unveil his own dark counterpart, the beast. But here is where things take a terrifying turn. The beast, much like the Antichrist, will not reveal his identity immediately. We already feel his influence in the shadows, his presence lurking within the systems we depend on. And what if I told you that the beast may not be entirely human? In these days of rapid technological advancement, the merging of man and machine is no longer the realm of science fiction. AI is everywhere now, integrating itself into the very fabric of our lives. And I fear that the beast could be something far more insidious, far more advanced than we can imagine. A man, perhaps, but one filled with the essence of AI, enhanced, augmented, artificial. This would not be a human being as we know it, but something more. It would be intelligent beyond measure, a cold and calculating force with a singular purpose, to enforce and to rule. And it will be the beast who forces the world to take the mark. You know the mark I speak of, the mark of the beast. The scriptures foretold it, and while many believed it to be a metaphor, we now stand at the brink of its reality. The technology exists right now to implant chips, to track, to control. In the name of safety, of convenience, we have opened the door to our own enslavement, and the beast will be the one to walk through that door, carrying the key to mankind's submission. The Antichrist will rise as a figure of hope, a leader promising peace in the midst of chaos. But behind that mask, there will be only destruction, only death, and standing beside him as his enforcer, his advisor, his executioner, will be the beast. Together, they will deceive the nations, bringing about the greatest tribulation mankind has ever known. You see, the plan is already in motion. The systems are already in place. You are being conditioned step by step to accept it. AI is no longer just a tool. It's a foundation upon which this new kingdom will be built. It watches, it learns, it manipulates, and soon it will enforce. The scriptures warned us of this. It was written that men's hearts would fail them for fear of what is coming upon the earth. And I tell you now that fear is justified. You cannot run, you cannot hide. You think your wealth, your status, your bunkers will protect you? Think again. When the Antichrist rises, and when the beast takes his seat of power, there will be no escape. The elite, those who thought they were untouchable, will fall. The powerful will be brought low, and no one, I say no one, will be exempt from the judgment that follows. Social media won't save you. Your connections won't save you. The illusion of control you've clung to will dissolve in an instant. This is the final imitation. The false father, the counterfeit son, and the beast who enforces their rule. You have been warned, and it matters not whether you believe me. The truth does not need your belief to be real. It will come whether you accept it or not. In these last days, remember this. men's hearts will fail for fear of what is about to befall them. You will be left with no choice but to comply and obey. It matters not if you believe me. This will come to pass whether you accept it or not. As I said, men's hearts will fail them for fear for what is about to come. All the powerful who thought they were untouchable will be brought down. As an example, we see currently in the news of a man who thought he was untouchable. And now at the time of this recording, he is in jail to stand trial for his crimes. No wealth, no status, no hiding place will save you. Only obedience remains. No one is exempt. Only the children of God.
Fear Without End is shifting focus. No longer will we explore the horrors of the past. Instead, we are sounding the alarm on the horrors that lie ahead. Our new mission is to reveal the terrifying truths and warnings of the near future. Catastrophes that are not just coming but inevitable. The end is closer than you think. The devastation has already begun. Prepare yourself, for what is next will make your worst nightmares seem trivial. You have been warned, and time is running out. Turn to God before it is too late.